entrepreneurs is tough. Being married entrepreneurs can be a real roller coaster ride, juggling family, business, and life.
And still keeping it fresh, vibrant, and hot.
Yeah, baby.
But we wouldn't have it any other way.
We're not perfect, but we're getting it done together.
We're Richard and Laura Behney, and the purpose of this show is to learn how to manage the marriage and the business while having a life too.
Welcome to the Plumbing Power Couple edition of Potty Talk Live, and it starts right now.
Let's do it.
Hey, Plumbing Bros. Welcome to Potty Talk Live. Welcome to the lovely Laura. You made it to the 168th edition, the Plumbing Power Couple edition. Oh, well, listen our palm trees there. Hey, come on in. But we're losing all the movie magic here. All right. Hey, our Monday is starting out great. How's your Monday starting out? There we go. You finally opened up the drapes.
There we go.
All right. That's a lot prettier. There we go. Look at it. It's nice and sunny. The lovely Laura said
I was busy.
that you need a sunny day. It's kind of
do.
rainy and drab here in central Indiana.
Central Indiana.
So we hopped in the
It's
jet
beautiful.
and we transported ourselves over to the
Here.
sun. How you doing?
Where are we again? I
Hey,
don't
welcome.
remember.
Come on in. Take a break with us here. Hey, this is the Plumbing Power Couple edition of Potty Talk Live.
It
And we're going to be, I guess we're going to asking the question, are you killing your plumbing business?
Are we killing
Okay.
Potty Talk Live
That's
right
what the
now?
lovely Laura
Because
wants to
I
know.
forgot some. We need one more thing.
Need one more
We
thing?
need
Go
one
get
more
it.
thing.
All
I'm
right.
gonna get it.
All right. See, she got out of a routine here last week. You know, she left me alone in the
And
studio
things
last week,
changed
and I had
around
things.
here.
Hey, I'm not. Hey, you left me. All right. And so.
But I'm glad to be back.
But you're back, baby.
Yes, I'm
It's
back.
good to have you back.
Thank you so much.
How you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
All right, I'm doing great.
I'd rather be out there.
know.
Actually, is where I'd rather
well,
be.
we're going to head out there here shortly. We'll
Okay.
finish up the show here, and then we'll head out into the sun. Okay.
Oh, I wish
All
that's
right,
where
I
we
know.
were.
All right. All right, how you
Gorgeous.
doing? Hey,
Happy Monday,
welcome.
everybody.
Hey, if you're watching live, please type live in the comments.
Type live.
All right, if you're watching the replay, type replay.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're listening to the podcast, you know what to do.
Oh, listening.
All right, there we have it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, I recognize Larry Enright,
Yes.
Skyboss is on. I got
Oh,
my
is he on?
Skyboss,
Hey,
my
Larry.
pen here.
Hey,
It's good to have
Larry.
you on here.
Good to see you.
All
we
right.
do. And we have our Sky Boss. Here's another paraphernalia.
All
that
right.
He sent us a little goodie bag.
Hey, we were all
Thank
about
you so
Skyboss.
much.
Hey, I talked
Yes.
to a young man here earlier. Hey, he's in the Success Academy.
Okay.
Nick Marcella.
Oh, hey Nick.
Out of Kuno,
Is he watching? I
Idaho. I
wonder?
don't know if he's
Idaho. I
Idaho.
love Idaho.
All right, but he says he signed up for Skyboss.
Oh, sweet.
It's all about Skyboss. I said,
Okay.
of course you are. He wants to be,
Why
a
wouldn't
big
you
company.
be? I know.
You got to have the stuff like like Skyboss.
Like Sky Boss.
All
Yeah,
right, so
good
it's
for
all that.
him.
In fact, he signed up and even got the chance to talk with Larry. So he says that Larry was helping him with his
The
numbers and stuff.
boss?
That he talked to the boss.
Wow.
And that's, I said,
impressive.
you're lucky. I said, that guy's pretty big, and
He
you know, 'cause
is.
that's what impressed him.
Powerful. Yeah.
You know, because Larry talked with him, and just the team's there for him. He called one of the other guys, one of the other big guys, and they wouldn't have anything to do with him.
But he
You
got
know.
to talk to the boss.
That's right.
The boss
So,
himself.
all right, way to go,
I love
Skyboss.
Larry. Way to go.
All right.
All right.
So, hey, welcome.
Yes.
Glad to have you on board here.
We are.
So,
who knows what's going to happen right now? I'm slightly.
Well, because hey,
Yes.
we just relax,
Just have-
babe.
okay, well, let me
I
have a
know we
drink.
went. I just ran in the studio
Baby
too.
babe.
I just got back from getting my tea shot, my weekly tea shot. It was
Weekly
it was
tea.
left side this time. Left side.
You know, a lot of people may not know what you mean by.
You know,
your
last
tea
time
shot.
was the right
Okay,
side.
No one wants to know
And
about,
they kind of go back and forth.
about which cheek
The
you're
tea
getting your shot in. Your tea is in.
Testosterone.
Right, shot. So,
All right. Hey, recommend it for the guys. All right.
Yes.
Hey, just hey,
Yeah, if
it's
you do.
real.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
it's
mean,
changed
at
my
our-
life
at our
here.
age,
Right.
at our age.
Well, hey, if you're older than 30, guys, and you feel like you just can't lose the weight, you know, you're feeling sluggish, you know, about 1 o'clock, you're starting to just like crash. All right.
That was you.
That was me.
Not no more.
All right. Not anymore, baby.
I
All
know.
right. There's no crashing anymore. It's crashing into you.
All
We got-
right, that's
oh,
enough.
all right.
Happy Monday, everybody.
All right.
Where's everybody tuning in from? We'd like to know. I'm seeing some people, some good friends on. Margaret, hey, Margaret,
All right.
and BJ, and Lance, and GB, and Leslie.
Says it's rainy and cloudy out his way as well.
Ah,
All right.
yeah.
All right.
just like this
Brad says
thing
he
hanging
does
over
his
that.
tee shot in the thigh.
Wow.
I guess that's where
Okay.
real men
Hey,
take
Brad.
it. Okay, I know.
right in the, right
I'm
in the
like,
thigh.
right.
Ow.
Ooh.
Ow. Isn't it supposed to be somewhere where it's kind
CJ,
of
he's
flabby or Not that you're flabby. That wasn't the wrong word I meant to
These are
use.
buns of steel here, man. As I get my tee shot, I do,
Buns of
That's buns
steel.
of steel. All right, man.
Something like that.
It's good seeing you guys.
Good seeing everybody.
All right,
Let
hey,
me
want to
see if I
remind
can do this.
everyone.
Yes. Let me see if I can do this. Yeah, there we go.
We've got some light.
G-A-G.
Oh, you're
Good
working.
to
You're
see
working it
you.
now. So
I
that's
am.
how you do it. I was having trouble. I got a little lost last
Did you?
week.
Okay, it's really
Yeah.
just click,
Okay.
and click there.
Yeah, that Brad says, this is
Yeah.
tee shot.
Isn't
Okay,
that
guys, real.
fine?
Hey, just keeping it real here.
Yes.
Potty Talk Live, the $1 Million Plumber. It's all about you guys here. If
Yes.
you're looking to take your game, you're looking to win, be a champion. You gotta have that strength there. It's
Yep.
just a reality with the guys. We just lose about 30. All of a sudden, we start putting on weight. Not just because we're eating. We got to kind of watch what we're eating.
there's that.
But you can't lose the weight.
Right.
Okay. And we start getting moodier. Losing energy.
You were never moody, honey.
Yeah, I was never moody. So you tick me off. I become like a little girl. I was crying at commercials. Whatever. That's right. Hey, but it changed my life, and I really recommend it. Go to a men's center. Get your testosterone checked out.
You don't go through your family doctor or something like that. You really want to go to a specialist
You
because
know,
they know.
Yeah,
They know
they're
a thing
just
or
more
two.
focused on it, and they care. The family medicine is not geared towards guys anymore. I mean,
Well, okay, we're not going to say that.
Well,
we are
it's
not
not.
playing doctors on TV. But
not
when,
doctor.
when you have something like that needs a specialist, go to a specialist.
because
there we
they
go.
don't care. Yeah, you go to a specialist. Okay.
Okay.
So, anyways.
What else?
Okay.
Okay, who else is
All right.
here? Lance, sunny there in Wyoming. Really?
Oh, Wyoming. That's where we
Nice.
could have visited
Okay,
there, but
that's
there's
where
no.
we could have went.
Yeah.
That's probably where we should have went.
All right.
Is Wyoming. Okay, wait. There we go. Lance is saying sunny. Where else?
There in
What
Wyoming.
else we got? And Nick is saying, I don't think that was Nick. I
All right.
can't. I don't have my glasses on.
That's it.
Brad says what?
Hey, he used a big word, man. I'm a plumber,
word?
man.
I can't see it.
Intramuscular.
Intramuscular.
All right.
Wow.
There we go.
He must be a
I'll have to look that one up.
plumber doctor.
He must be a master plumber.
Yeah.
Here we go. That's good, Brad. All right.
Who's that?
There's
Nick.
Nick. Yeah, I spoke to Nick earlier. Boise,
okay.
Idaho. Boise, Idaho. Thanks for the help.
All right. Hey, Nick.
Thank you, brother. He's
Glad
now
to
a
have
member
you
of the
on
Success
board.
Academy and the CEO group.
And he's the one that got to talk to the boss in the house.
And he got
Is
to
that
talk-
right?
yep.
Okay, makes sense.
And
Okay, so what else
all
are
right.
we doing here?
hey,
What
want to
else are we
remind
doing?
everybody to
Adam
subscribe.
Stockton. Hold on 1 second. Adam Stockton.
Potty
just
Talk
going
Live.
through Texas, baby. Okay, it's got to be sunny in Texas, right?
baby.
Right, it has to
Yeah.
be. And hot.
And hot.
Yeah.
Hot.
We spent
In August.
Dallas.
1 year.
We went to Dallas in August.
In
Never
August.
experienced that kind of heat
Yeah.
in my life. It literally was
It
like
wasn't
we
that
walked
hot in
into
Costa
a,
Rica.
It wasn't. It was like we walked
it was
into
like
a
an oven,
furnace.
right.
Yeah, it was just constant furnace. So
That's
anyway,
why those boys are tough there.
I know,
You know?
they are. Let's see. And Adam says
They got heat and armadillos. You know, those little things freak me out. Imagine eating an armadillo in a crawl space.
A dead one would be worse. I don't know.
Ah,
Read the comments.
what's
Please.
this? Loving your shirt, brother. Every plumber knows AC/DC is the greatest of all time. That's right.
The greatest of A.
AC/DC.
That's right, baby. And
All
we
right.
saw them in concert. Well, at least I did. I was in high school. Saw them when they were like brand new, not like this retro stuff, right? Brand new.
Right.
What's the guitar's name that does with the thing when he's dancing across?
Malcolm? What?
Yeah. Oh man,
What?
crazy.
Doing
Talk
his
about
little-
thighs.
Doing his little,
his
he's in
little
his
dance.
his short pants.
Yeah,
He's
and doing the dance
right.
across the.
Yep.
Crazy. I remember that
AC/DC back in the
concert.
day.
Anyway,
Yep.
yeah. So okay.
The Who's in town this week.
The Who.
The Who.
Is coming, yeah, locally here in
I saw
Indianapolis.
them.
The Who.
I saw
They're
them on
gonna
their
wheel
farewell
them out in a
concert back in
wheelchair.
1982. Their farewell concert tour in '82.
And they're still around.
Right.
Money talks,
That's
baby.
right. That sure does. Yep.
Funny. Okay, what else? What are we going to talk about here? What do you want to talk about?
Well, I want to remind
Or- oh,
everybody
that's right.
to five to subscribe.
Or what's going to happen.
Potty Talk Live, or what's going to happen.
Hi, I'm Brett Harpo,
And I'm Leslie Harple.
and we own Champion Plumbing out of Oklahoma City.
And we never miss an episode of Potty Talk Live, because if you do,
You're gonna die. You're gonna die.
Ah, I love it. That's right. I just love it.
I
love
love,
it.
that one.
We play that. I said the other time. We play it sometimes just for fun.
I know we do, just to
'Cause
hear
it-
that little girl's voice.
right. Hey, but
Because we don't have that anymore.
No, we don't.
We do not have that
No,
anymore.
we're about out of that.
We're about
We're out of that season. All right.
We are.
Hey, but hey, 5 to subscribe to Potty Talk Live. You never want to miss an episode, okay? Good stuff here, all right? Good stuff. All right, all kinds of nuggets of gold. Hey, and if you'd like to have your company highlighted, all right, make a little video like that.
Yeah.
Tell us who you are, name of your company, where you're from, and watch Potty Talk Live, or you going to die, all right? Have fun with that. If you'll send that in through the Facebook Messenger.
Yes,
all
through
right.
the $1 Million Plumber Facebook Messenger.
There we
That's
go.
the easiest way.
All right, you'll be entered in the $100 gift card giveaway.
Yeah.
All right, for
And
that.
it's
so
fun.
so
It
have
is
fun.
So
All
yeah,
right, let's have
get
fun
your
with
dogs, get your crew, your kids, whatever.
Yeah, just do something fun.
Something fun.
Yeah, whatever you like. Okay.
Yeah.
In fact, hey, I got to give a free. I got some more for. I got something free for you too.
Yeah.
So let's give it away.
Hey Plumbing Pro, are you struggling to win with your plumbing business? My $1 Million Plumber Playbook, How to Win the Plumbing Business Game, it details all the right moves you got to make to be a successful plumbing entrepreneur and ultimately a plumbing business champion. In this free 10-video e-course, I share with you my game-winning strategies that took me from one-truck rookie to multi-truck, multi-million-dollar plumbing business Hall of Famer. Click the link below and grab your free Playbook e-course now and get your game on.
That's right. Get your game on. All the X's and O's you got to know to make some dollar signs with your plumbing business. It's all right there. I just came up with that. Something different to say. All right. Hey, but it's all right there in my $1 Million Plumber Playbook. All right. 10 video course. All right. It's easy. All right. Just get to watch it. And it's free. Simply type free in the comments or go to freeplaybooknow.com to get your free playbook now.
Why
All
not?
right. There we go. Hey, I see that Angelique
I know. Okay.
from South Africa.
South Africa, our mates.
I was just looking into the Four Seasons there in Johannesburg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that close to them?
It's in
I don't
South
know.
Africa.
But hey,
Can't
Angie.
remember.
Angie, you know what we have to say to you? Freedom.
Freedom, that's right.
Freedom.
Her favorite movie is
Braveheart. Yeah, she likes to
Right.
paint her face
Oh, you-
blue and white.
You gotta love a woman who loves Braveheart.
That's right. So
All right.
hey, Angie. And now that Potty Talk Live is doing 1 o'clock Eastern time, we need to get you guys on as soon as you're able.
Catch
Get
up.
the whole
Get the family back
Plum
on.
Back family on. Love to have you guys on.
Because they're doing it all. They're killing it
They
there.
are. Yeah. And we love Brian,
But
your
yeah,
son.
was checking out the
Yes, Four Seasons.
the Four Seasons there,
Fun.
Johannesburg. I mean,
That's
it
very
looked
fun.
pretty, and I just want to see our South African mates.
Yeah, well, would you come and visit us in Johannesburg?
Well, we want to go check out their stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how close they are. Let's see. How close are you, Angie?
You got a couple Americans here talking. I don't know. Give us a relationship with, from Indiana to Wyoming. Where's it? Yeah, how far are we driving?
I know people are like, you're from the U.S. Hey, do you know somebody in
Right.
L.A. or whatever? No, we do not. She said, was she saying we miss you guys? Miss you guys. We're here, but we're back 1 o'clock.
Yep.
So now you guys will be able to watch us.
Be part of the live social
Yeah,
audience. Great
be
having you on board here.
Definitely.
All right.
Okay, what are we talking
So,
about? Mr.
so whatever.
Behney?
We were
I'm
at
gonna
our
see how
son's
this works.
commencement. Okay, our second son
Second son.
graduated from college this weekend. Oh, very
He
moving.
did.
You know,
Oh.
we had tearful moments.
Oh
I have
my
to admit, I don't
goodness.
care. I don't care. I'm so proud of my son.
I know.
You know, he got it done. And hey, we're all about here, the $1 Million Plumber. You know, it's about, getting it done. I see guys who just stop and just, they quit the fight. I'm so proud of my son.
He
It
fought.
had some rough time, not to go into all the stuff, but there were some rough times, some personal relationships, and all that kind of stuff ended. And but he just kept fighting.
He did.
And so to see him up there, and getting it done, I'm just so
Super
proud.
proud.
But
Yeah.
also,
Lot of
of
fun.
course, we're talking business. And we're sitting there in between the suite, we're talking business. And the lovely Laura brought up that the guys are killing their business. We were talking about something that came out of the blue, and so let's talk about that.
I know.
This week
Here we
here.
are.
So what do you mean by that? Are you killing? Well, you put it as you posed it as a question. Are you killing your plumbing business?
Plumbing business. Well, we're talking about phones, right? Answering the phones because again, we've got a lot of private coaching clients, and one of the first things that we get them to do is get the plumber owner off the phone.
Get the plumber owner off the phone.
And
Right.
you're not a plumber, right? We talk about this.
Right.
That's one of the first things we teach in our academy. You are not a plumber. If you own your own plumbing business, you are a what? Guys, drop it in the comments, okay?
What are
you?
you?
Know what you are.
I talked to Nick in Idaho. You should know this one. Tell me, Nick.
Yeah,
what are you? You're not a plumber.
This is the hardest thing for those guys to do because they think
It's
they're
weird.
solving the problem. When the customer calls in, if they're able to help solve the problem, then the customer's going to love you.
And guys, we step in this all the time
Thank
at home.
you.
I stepped in it yesterday, big time.
He's gonna
Solve the
admit it.
problem.
Chase, is that
I'm
Chase? Chase says CEO.
CEO.
Chase, and that's not even one of our clients, right?
Wait,
And
he's
he
been
knows.
watching.
He's
He's
been
been
watching.
listening.
Smart
All right,
guy.
brother.
Way to go, Chase. CEO. You are the CEO of your own business.
Right.
When you meet somebody, don't say when they ask, "Hi, my name is whatever. What do you do for a living?"
I'm just a plumber.
No, I'm just a plumber. Or I'm
I
a plumber. You are a CEO. You say, I'm a CEO. And they're going to be like, wow, really? CEO? Yep. What kind of business do you have? I own a plumbing
Right.
business. But it's just small. It's just a tiny little business. It's just me and another guy, right?
Right.
Don't
Nope.
say that. Don't
Nope.
say it.
You're a business owner.
You're a business owner.
GB says you're a business owner,
That's
right?
GB, you got it.
You're a
CEO.
CEO,
Right.
business
So
owner.
this is the hardest thing for the plumber business owner to do is to get off the phone, and
Get
you're
off.
literally killing your business. And we do deal with this an awful lot with our clients. And a lot of them have their wives now that come alongside and is working with them, and the wife
Right.
answers the phone. And so we get the plumber owner off the phone, but then they still want to be right here, right, next to the wife while she's answering
Right.
the phone. Say this.
Say-
Ask him this.
What's
Tell
wrong
him
with that?
this.
What's wrong with that?
For one, it's rude.
Right.
For two, all we want to do is, there's another trick question.
All
for you.
right.
What is your
Yeah.
job when you answer the phone? What's the
What's
main job?
What's the main job? What's
Main
the
job.
only reason for answering the phone?
What's the only reason?
All right, come on, bring it.
Wait
What's
to
the only
see.
reason for
I'm gonna
answering the phone?
Just take a little drink here and
Come on,
wait for the
dun,
answer.
dun, dun,
Dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun.
Can you see? Because I can't see.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm
We're gonna
losing
get.
my
Come on.
vanity here.
All right.
I'm professional liver for, I don't know what that means. Let's see. Okay, nobody's gotten it yet. Come on.
All right.
What
Come
is
on. What's the number one
main-
reason for answering the phone?
What's the main reason? We've got some of our clients on Thais. I saw you're on here. You know.
Okay,
that.
there we
Look
go.
at- Oh, Terry.
All
Terry,
right,
okay, there's-
Elizabeth. All
There we
right,
go. There's
Terry,
some of
yep.
our Success
Chase.
Academy.
All right.
Elizabeth, hey, PPC.
Okay.
Yes, book the call. Book
Book
the call.
the call.
That's the only reason. The
If
only thing you have
you
to
get
do.
nothing else from Potty Talk Live
That's
today,
right. Today.
book the call.
the
That's
call.
the only reason, and that's why we got to get the guy off the phone.
Right.
So
Stop
what
killing your plumbing business.
First of all, yeah, because that's we know what's we know what's happening, so we want to fix it.
From
We
a
do the
plumbing
guy thing,
standpoint, right.
just like what we do at home with our wives. Okay, when they just want you to listen, okay, and you want to solve the problem, fix the problem.
That never happens.
Even
in our
after all
house.
these years, I stepped in a huge yesterday
What
on
is
Mother's
it?
Day.
You did. You really did. What is it about? And it's inherent. It's how we're wired, right? And so for whatever reason, men are from Mars, girls are from Venus, whatever it is. But what is it about you guys?
Pluto.
What is it? I could say another planet, but I won't.
From Uranus. You said you.
I didn't say it. You said it. What is it about you guys that want to fix us wives when all we want to do? I'm begging you. All we want to do is just vent. That's all, girls. Can I get an amen? And you girls out there, all we
Okay.
want to do is just vent.
Right.
But the husband says, "Well, here's what you should do, or here's what you should have done." That one's even better after the fact. You should have done this, or if I were you, why?
Because we know the answer. Okay. We know the way. All right. We know the answer. No, we want to book the call. Okay, with the customer. So the same thing goes with works with the customer. Okay. What happens is, guys, is we start solving that problem right then, and we start freaking out the customer.
Yep.
Okay. They just we think we're. It's going to be this or that or this or that, or if we use all this will be easy. Even we take, I got it taken care of. This is it.
That's an easy one.
All of a sudden, then you devalued yourself, and you're just freaking out the customer. No one wakes up in the morning and wants to call a plumber.
Nobody does. They
Nobody.
don't wanna call you.
And so they just want to make sure. They may ask you how much does it cost, or how much do you charge, or whatever it is.
Gotta put the glasses on, guys. What's Leslie saying? Just let us vent. Thank
Yep.
you. Yes, thank you. Yes, everyone else answered already before. Okay, thank you, Thais. Okay, Thais does have a question. Okay, let's see what it is. Right here.
I have a question. When someone has a question about the type of problem they're dealing with, can I have Danny talk to them? No.
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 Thais, no.
No.
No. No. No. No. No.
Never have a plumber talk. Never do the phone. Have him talk on the phone.
Okay, and we're going to talk in great detail coming up with your coaching. I know you guys are still, at the early stages, but that's something we're really going to cover in detail. But no, you never. All you want to do is book the call to get him out there, right? To get him out to the house.
Get the doctor to the house.
Right, to get there and get his eyes on it. And they'll ask 10 ways to Sunday different questions on, wanting to know information about, or ask, well, how would he do this, or how can you fix that? That's not your role. Your role is to say, you bet we can help you with that.
Or tell me more about that.
Yeah, and definitely.
Let them vent.
Right, exactly. Thank you. Let them vent. Let the customer vent a little bit.
Right.
And you're listening for some keywords, and you're kind of typing in information to give the plumber in the job, right? Or if you're using SkyBoss, which hopefully you are, you're typing in the notes. But if the customer says, I'd really like to talk with a plumber, well, you bet I can get a plumber out to your house today between 2 and 4. Can I get your address, please? That's how you do it. And you never, never.
Well, can I just talk to a plumber?
No, you may not. No. Well, I can actually, yes, you can. You can talk to a plumber at your house today between 2 and 4. And we will text you when we're on the way.
And have you ever had customers like that who really pushed?
Yes. And that's not my customer. It just becomes not my customer. If they really just are unreasonable, there's nothing you can do about it.
Right.
And you can just say, well, it sounds like we're not the company for you. I wish you luck. I hope you have a great day. And leave it at that. And then not wear it, for the next 10 minutes, hour, or whatever, being frustrated. Just move on, because not everybody's your customer.
Right.
Definitely not everybody's your customer. Oops, and I left that up awfully long. So hopefully that answers your question. Ask us again.
Right.
Can she give the phone to Danny when a customer calls?
Heck no. All right.
Double.
Oh, hockey sticks.
Hockey sticks.
All right.
No.
So, no.
All right. No and no.
No. All right.
Okay.
Never discuss. Okay. The number one thing is to book the call when the customer calls in.
Yep.
Okay. So
Chase has
should you collect a credit card to book the appointment?
You can. We didn't. I mean, certainly some people do. It's according, if it's something, we did, I guess, occasionally, if it was further out than what we typically went. And we didn't go further out for
a tenant property, like we're talking about the landlord situation.
That's
for the service call.
Yes, that's actually a good point. Yes.
Right.
That's when, if you know you're not going to meet the homeowner at the location, then absolutely you want a credit card before you go out there. If you know, for whatever reason, whether it's a landlord-tenant situation, whether they're not going to be home, whether it's a vacant property that they've sold their house, they moved to another state, if whoever is paying the bill is not going to meet you at the location, always get a credit card.
Always get a credit card.
Always get a credit card. But just to book it for them to hold it, we didn't. You certainly can if you feel like you get a lot of looky lures or whatever. You can, but we never did.
Right.
So hopefully that answers the question.
When the customer calls, no matter what they're saying, or asking how much. By the way, that's not the number one concern with residential service plumbing customers.
Show up?
It's, are you going to show up? And can you do it today?
And Alex says, Kristen says, I'm never in the office when customers ask. He's not in the office. He's in the field. Doesn't matter.
Right.
But I can book a call for you. I can get a plumber out to your house
today
between 2 and 4.
Today.
How does that work for you?
Right.
It's as simple as that.
Right.
Simple as that.
But what if it needs to be more time? Well, plumber will take care of it when he gets out there. He'll be able to take a look at things, assess what's going on, and he'll be able to tell you right then what it's going to take, and he'll give you the price right then and whatever.
Up front before
and then you can always
does
go
any
right
work at
back.
all.
So it's 2 to 4. I have you down 2 to 4 today. We'll see you then.
Right. You're always asking a question. That's one thing that we really train in the Success Academy too. When in the perfect phone, I forget what the name of the module is, but to always be asking the question. Never let the customer pelt you with questions. That is like the worst thing you can do. And Adam says, I always get a credit card for landlord tenant. Smart guy.
There we go.
Smart guy. That is the way to do it. Let's see. And Elizabeth says,
you should also say, I'm sorry, there are no master plumbers in the office right now, but I can send one out to you right away.
Absolutely.
There we
That's
go.
another good one. Yep. And most people will get it. Most people will understand, right? Some people, this may be their first time calling a plumber. They may not have had a chance. They may have never had to call a plumber.
Right.
And so they don't know how it works. So you're training them. You're the professional. You're the one that tells them how it works.
Right.
What the
And they'll
system
hear
is.
in your voice. If you come back confidently, like this is the way things work, it's like, oh, okay, this is how things work. I mean, the bottom line is, and I know I brush over it all the time and say it, but I say it so because it's just a fact.
'Cause it's fact,
No
yeah.
one wakes up in the morning and wants to call the plumber. So what does that imply? That means they're nervous. Okay, they may be a little ticked off. They're a little afraid
Right.
that they're going to have to spend some money. They know something's going to happen, and they're disappointed. So they have all those kinds of emotions. So you can turn that around, by the way, that they called you.
Right.
So they didn't want to call the plumber, but they called you.
Right.
So there is no excuse whatsoever not to book that call.
Right.
And
They're not used to calling a plumber, so again, they
Right.
don't know how it works, and they're not sure. And like when you pull up to your favorite drive-through, Starbucks or whatever, you know what the process is. You pull up, and they say,
Right.
"Hey, what can I get started for you?" And you give them your, 15 phrase, latte, yada yada yada. And you pull around, you hand them the card, you blah, and it's out. And so you know what the process is. Most people don't know what the process is when they call a plumber. What's Ted say?
Well, Ted says, I've given away a ton of work in the past telling customers how to fix it themselves. And Ted, that's exactly
Ted, you
what,
know
thank
it.
you for being transparent there,
thanks,
brother.
Ted. Appreciate it.
And that we all did that. And guys, that's why we got to get us off the phone, because what happens is we
Hey,
go in
Ted.
fix-it mode. Because it's either we feel sorry for the lady or the guy's asking the right questions. And then we feel, and let's be honest here.
Okay.
We feel worthy. I mean, when I can fix it,
Right.
I feel good about myself. This is
Sure.
what I do. I know the answer.
Well, and you guys like to
and
fix
here's
it.
what right. And so you're given some information. Then all of a sudden they get, well, I can figure that out. Put that with YouTube and that kind of thing.
Right.
No, what we want, what's happening here is we just want to they just want to know, are we going to come out?
Right.
We can get out there today. That's the key right there. Is today.
Yes,
Okay.
and if you've told them how to do it over the phone and they weren't able to do it, most of the time they're not going to call you back because
No.
they don't want to admit
That they didn't do it.
that they weren't able to do
So
it.
you're not building a relationship that way. The
Right.
relationship is making them feel comfortable and confident that you're going to be out there today.
Right,
And that you're going to get them taken care of today. And everything's going to be okay.
Yes.
And so, guys, we're the last voice that should be on that phone for a couple reasons. We're trying to fix it. And I'm going to take it a little bit further.
What?
The male. Okay?
Okay.
As men, most of the time, most of us sound dead. Okay? Attaboy Plumbing Company. I'm going to shoot myself any second now. We're too cool for school, the deep voice, whatever it is, we sound dead. Okay?
It's true.
Also, as men, we're not trusted at first. Our voice, we just aren't trusted. Where a female voice, again, I don't care whether it's politically correct or right or
just
wrong.
is.
It just is. It doesn't matter. Who do the kids ask for first? Mom. Okay. Who does everybody? You just-
mommy,
okay.
mom,
right.
mommy.
And so with a female voice is automatically trusted, or it's not. She's going to rip me off.
And also, they not know, but more than likely they think she doesn't know anything
She
about
knows
plumbing.
right. So it's not. So
And it's good that you
if the
don't.
female voice can be confident, then that's why we work on just book the call. You don't have to know anything about plumbing.
Don't have to
You just
know a
need to be able to
single
listen
thing.
to them
Right.
and know that here's how I book the call on Skyboss. And
And
just
how to
get
be
her-
empathetic and
Right.
listen to them and really hear them. And we women are good at really
Right.
hearing them. We women are good at that.
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to see some of these.
You're going to hear me
comments.
later.
Whatever. Can you read? Whoops. Can you read the why I oughta? Okay. Can you read? That's really small, but can you read
Right.
it?
See, what's big issue? What advice do you have for smaller companies in getting receptionists to book work correctly without double booking customers?
Oh, that's
All right,
good.
That's
Thank
a
you for
good
asking
one.
that
All
question. It's
right.
really good.
Okay. Well, first of all, double booking is a good thing. Okay, so you're going to hear us push. In a sense, we're going
Right,
to talk
okay.
about it because what
Call-
happens is we get comfortable.
Explain that
That's
one.
another reason why we don't want the plumber on the phone because you start thinking, well, this call may turn into this or that and whatever, and so I could be here 6 hours, or I don't want to do a sewage ejector. I'm
Right.
tired of looking at crap, literally,
Right.
or that's a crawl space. I don't feel like getting in a crawl space today. So we send out these signals,
That's true.
okay, all right. And so certainly a time signal is an issue. So we do want to schedule, like we scheduled 8 to 10.
Like
okay?
2-hour windows.
2
We
hour books
scheduled
a time.
everything in 2-hour windows.
8 to 10?
Regardless of what the call
With
was.
one guy. So one guy, 8 to 10, 9 to 11. Okay, 10 to 12.
Right.
One-
So so
right.
we would, because sometimes a call will fall off. Sometimes a call will take quicker, shorter amount of
quicker,
time
right.
than what you hope. But also what you want to have happen is one of those calls turn into something that is a bigger job and it's going to last longer than that 2 hours. So when
Right.
that happens, then your receptionist just has to call the other customers and say, I'm really sorry, the plumber that was assigned to your job is
Right.
running, is taking a little bit longer on the job that he's on right before yours, but we're still going to be out today. It'll probably be closer to, and you're going to give him a different time frame.
Right.
As long as you're upfront with people and let them know ahead of time. Don't call, if you gave them a time frame of 1 to 3 and you call them at 2:55 to say we're going to be late, well,
You're going to have a ticked customer.
No kidding, right?
Not just disappointed.
They're
Doesn't
gonna be
mean,
ticked, right.
again, doesn't mean that people will never get disappointed when you call them at 2 and, you know, hey,
Right.
we're running a little bit behind. But we never got, I mean, I think we can count on both hands in 18 years where we just had a customer blow up
Freak
and
out. And if
freak
they
out.
do, then
I'll never use you again and you're the
okay,
devil,
bye-bye.
you know, right.
Yeah.
Never. In fact, we want to push you. Well, a couple things. Let me respond to this too with your receptionist. You want your receptionist focusing on one thing: book the call.
Book the call.
So you don't want her worrying about whether or not she's overbooking, underbooking, not having enough information, that kind of a thing. That doesn't mean those things aren't important.
Right.
But you want her just the culture is book the call, book the call, book the call, book the call, book the call. If it just says leak in the house, book it. You're the professional plumber.
Right.
You can figure out the leak in the house, okay? If that's all there. Now, through time and training, what will wind up happening, and through osmosis,
Right, she'll learn.
she'll wind up picking up, asking more questions, and next time you talk with her at a meeting, when you have a meeting, not just walking in the office and you didn't need to ask this and this
Right,
don't have your guys pinging
Please
on her
don't do
saying,
that,
right.
yeah.
Just when you have an organization meeting, just say, hey, for our call center, it'd be helpful if we knew a little bit more of this kind of information. Ask this or
Right.
ask that, okay? But you want the culture to be book the call.
Right.
So
Be
if
empathetic.
so if she books 5 calls from 8 to 10, suck it up, buttercup. I mean, that's a good thing to happen, okay? In fact, we talk about this with our clients, and of course it's in the academy,
Yes.
of being comfortable, being
Being
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable, right.
Because what happens is, again, we're back to the plumber owner. We're booking the calls like, well, I'm booked out 3 days, and it's 8 to 10 and 9 and everything's like perfect. Everything you're
Right.
dying, you're busy dying in
Yeah,
that
oh, that's
situation.
bad, bad,
okay,
bad.
you want to have 1 or 2 Mrs. Joneses at the end of the day where you got to call and say, I'm sorry, Mrs. Jones. We ran into jobs took longer today. I can give you priority, make you priority first thing in the morning, and I'll give you a 15% discount. Thank you so much for your service. We
And
did
that's
that.
what your receptionist does.
Right.
We do that all the time. And it's not comfortable. I mean, no one likes to call a customer and disappoint them. Certainly not why you got into business. You don't want to do that. Oh, are you
No.
clicking on? Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So, but it's going to happen. And I know you're exaggerating slightly when you say, the receptionist maybe is booking 5 calls from 8 to 10 and
Right.
there's only 1 or 2 guys. Certainly that's not happening. But our suggestion is 2-hour windows, right? You have every call 2-hour windows. And here's the important part, and this is where what lies on the guys in the field, the plumber owners, and then all the techs. You've got to call into whoever is in control of the dispatch board and taking calls.
Right.
Call and let them know what's going on. If you go out to a job 8 to 10, first call, and everybody, whoever's in charge of the board thinks it's probably going to be a short call for whatever reason. It's a drain opening or whatever. But you happen to do more work or have gotten into a situation it's going to take longer, and you are there for 3 or 4 hours and you've never called the office to let them know. That's also a thing that's killing your plumbing business. Whoever's in charge of the dispatch board has to know exactly what's going on. So if you get out there and by 8:30, 9 o'clock, you realize you're going to be there longer than anticipated, you need to call in to let them know, hey, we've run into a snag, or I've sold more work, or whatever it is, because then the receptionist, again, the person running the dispatch board, your CSR or whatever, can then let the customers who are stacking up, let them know, call them ahead of time to let them know you're going to be late, and that makes a happy customer. But when you
Exactly.
do it last minute, all very, very, very bad.
It all goes to whatever.
Heck in a handbasket.
Yep. Chase
Yes.
has a good question
Okay,
here.
you want me-
Can you
this
bring
one
that
right
up?
here? I'll do
Yeah.
my best, baby. There
What do we have here? Chase is asking, when is a good time to get a second CSR? How does the ideal relationship work between a CSR and dispatcher? Miss Lovely Laura.
Wow, these are really, really
That's some
good
good stuff
questions.
there.
This is good questions. Okay, so so I'm assuming, Chase, you're not the dispatcher. I'm assuming that you're in the field. Is that the assumption as well? So one person, really what you want is one person answering the phones, right? If this is the scenario, one person answering the phone and one person being dispatch board, and that dispatch board person is also follow-up to the phone, or not follow-up, backup to the phone. So if you've got more than 1 or 2 calls coming in at a time, I'm assuming you probably have some phone lines. If not, a good thing to check out is either Ring Central or Grasshopper.
Right.
Good thing to do.
You know,
where
we-
it can have rollover phone call. Or
That's why it's good to have like Skyboss.
Yes.
I mean, because they saw we had 6 ladies answering the phones. Only one was in charge of dispatching.
Right.
Whatever. But they all can see the board. So when they
Yes.
call up, you're grabbing that spot. In fact, I can remember hearing a lady say, well, here, let me grab this spot while it's still available.
Yes,
because calls are coming in. Right.
And that's always a good thing to say. I mean,
Right.
you don't ever want to lie, but if that's the case, you want to tell the customer, oh, I just saw a spot that opened up. Someone canceled. Let me grab it real quick for you. And so they feel like, ooh, you know, I just got something, right? We all like to feel like we got something. So the relationship is the dispatch board person is watching the dispatch or watching the board, seeing how things moving. So if that person, office manager, I'm going to assume, sees, looks like we're getting close to running into the next window or something, she's going to tell the person answering the phone, hey, give Mrs. Jones a call, let them know that we might be outside the window, but we'll still text when we're on the way. Either that or the dispatch board person can call as well. Either way. Main thing is someone's calling the customer, right?
Right.
Does that answer your question? I hope it does. And we do go over that quite a bit in the Success Academy.
Right.
A whole whole thing.
It's a big deal. In fact, I first real position while we were still in the house. Even, I mean, we had 2 ladies answering the phones while we were still in the house before I had 5 trucks.
Yeah, that was back in
I mean,
the days.
I had a guy, and then we got a lady answering the phones
Voice over
to
IP,
help you.
VoIP.
Right.
VoIP.
Because you had the
Everybody
kids and all that.
Yeah.
And of course, who pays for that position? Huh? Who pays for your CSR?
Academy.
Come on.
They're not graduates yet. They're Academy students. Who
All right.
pays for that, do you think?
Mr.
interesting.
Sager, he seems to be pretty. Hey, Mr. Sager, who pays? Who pays for the CSR?
Oh, I don't think Mr. Sager's in the Success
I
Academy.
know, but he has some opinions here. I want to
Does
see
he?
what his opinion is.
Okay.
Right.
I can't.
All right.
Are they bad opinions? Don't be nice.
All
Or
right.
don't be nice. Don't be mean. Who pays for it, guys? Where's everybody at? Lance is here. Lance,
Right.
you know. GB, BJ, all you guys
Come on,
know
who
the answer
pays?
to this.
Who
Who
pays
pays
for
for
it?
this?
Okay.
Whoopsie. Okay. Here we go.
There we
I
go.
love seeing these answers.
All right. Come on, is it coming up?
Yes, there it is.
There we go. Bring it. That's
Your
right.
Customer.
The customer
That's
pays
right.
for
There's
it,
one
just
of our
like we do.
clients. Yep.
Okay.
Terry, you're
And
right.
when we go to whatever, we go to Walmart. We pay for all those, people running the registers. Okay, taking the money.
Lisbeth.
Okay, everybody.
Whenever you comment, Elizabeth.
So
I'm
does your
always gonna put
customer. So you think, well, okay, it's just me in a truck. How can I get someone else? First of all, it's never been easier today. Okay, if
It's a
I'm
true
talking, if I'm
statement.
talking to a single guy in a truck, well, my first advice, even before you get somebody, even get a helper and look to bring on another plumber, is to get someone to answer your phones.
Always, absolutely.
And it's never been easier. First of all, you build it in your price. We talk about how to do that. Okay, so your customers are paying for that. But with the different systems today,
You don't have to have
Right.
an office space.
Right,
You
you
don't
don't.
have to have an office lease. Someone can answer the phones from their home just using this little thing right here. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Right.
Again, something like Grasshopper or Ring Central, where it makes you look like a big company and you're not. And
Right.
the phones can ring to your cell phone, to her cell phone, to whoever's cell phone, whatever. So
Right.
really recommend doing that. So yes, your customer pays for that all day
Mr. Sager
long.
got it. There we go.
Okay, good job,
All
guys.
right.
And Elizabeth says, what does Elizabeth say? She says,
Just like the customer paying for our newest van. There we go,
nice, new
sister.
van.
All right,
Awesome.
that's exactly right.
That's exactly
All
right.
The
Love
customer pays for everything, not your profits. Okay.
it. Profits don't pay for it.
Profits are for the shareholders. Okay. In this case, shareholders are you.
Or the
Okay.
PPCs.
All right.
It's true.
All right. But the customer pays for everything. So your customer pays for the ladies answering the phones and for the phone systems and those
Right.
kinds of things. Okay.
All day long.
And today,
Okay.
it's never been easier.
sorry.
So if you're
Yes.
a guy, all right, you're a cat with a truck and your master license, your plumbing license, you're out there doing your thing, and you're also answering the phones, get off the phones. You're killing
it.
You're literally killing your business.
And it's not that, guys, it's not that
one,
expensive.
One call at a time.
Right, it's not that expensive to get someone on. It just
Okay.
isn't. So
And not to mention killing yourself. You guys know it. You know how tough it is to be on the
Right.
job and taking that call. And the customer, you're in the customer's house and they're aware. You could be in the crawl space and they're aware that you're on the phone.
Right.
And they're thinking, I'm paying him. What's he
right.
doing
What's
on
he doing? Yeah.
I'm paying him to be here.
Right.
It's their house, all right? I got you. I'm
Right.
paying for you.
Right.
And so you're devaluing yourself, okay? Not to mention just driving yourself crazy.
Oh yeah, just
know.
being under the sink and then trying to do one of these things or whatever.
So you can do it.
You can do it, okay? And if you want more information about that, do
Right,
we have
you
something
brought
for
it. Well, you
I
brought it a
think
few
that we
times
do.
here. With the Success Academy.
We do.
Okay, we go over all this kind of stuff in the Success Academy, as well as everything else to build your plumbing business. All right, over 150 hours. Okay,
Saturday night.
Over 150 videos, over 100 hours of course instruction, all right, video, well-produced videos.
Yeah.
You know, over your pricing, okay, or your pricing calculator. We got your flat rate book.
Over how to answer the phone, how to set
answer-
up your dispatch board.
Everything. Teaching the business of plumbing. That's right. Everything there. There's no more excuse. It's all there for you.
Yeah.
All right. Made
If
it
you're
easy
a
for you to
Success
get.
Academy member, type in.
All right. Success. All right.
Okay,
Well,
yeah.
type in success.
Oh
You
wait,
want to
don't
learn
type
more.
in success
Type-
because you're gonna type in success if you want to learn more.
Or you can go
How's
to
that?
www.themilliondollarplumber.com/success
Yes.
to learn more about Success Academy. But I hear it's about time to flush this episode of Potty Talk Live. It's been great
Plumbing
having you
Power
guys.
Couples, thanks for joining
All right.
us
Hey, but we
today.
want to remind you as always, you were purposely
Easy for you to
and
say.
wonderfully created. All right. Yeah. And you were created to do great things. So as always, plumb like a champion.
Thank you for tuning into this Plumbing Power Couples edition of Potty Talk Live with your hosts, Richard and Laura Behney. If you enjoyed the show, share it now.
Just do it.
To catch past episodes and get alerts for new episodes, type 5 in the comment section now to get more strategies to manage your marriage and your business while having a life too.